Well, what on earth are you going to wear next time?
I was trying not to laugh.
Jesus
I was trying not to laugh.
Well, welding goggles, man.
This podcast is brought to you by Scott. Motocross goggles.
Scott.
Can you see that? Scott.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty cool. I haven't tried these yet.
Yeah, just thought you'd try them out for a podcast.
Yeah, I just thought I'd try them on now.
Why not?
Yeah. What's going on?
Not bad. Oh, look. I got the old other side.
Why are you showing the right side? I'm showing the wrong side.
There you go. Yeah, it's hard when you're back to front. You see mine a bit better on the camera.
Yeah, this one's a bit dark. I haven't taken this off yet either, so you have to spin it right round, dude. You can't see it.
Yeah, I posted on it. I posted about it today. I've called it the RXT because I have no imagination.
Name. That's a good name. I like it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Simple, short, it's to the point.
And I won't get sued by CrossFit.
It's a message across. You'll get sued by all the other brands that call things RX.
They can try.
RX.
100% of nothing is nothing. So sue away.
Also true.
Come at me.
Go for your life.
Yes.
Send the lawyers. Very good. What's going on?
I've got loads to talk about. I just haven't written any of it down.
That's good.
Yeah, loads have been going on.
I've got hardly anything to talk about, so I wrote it down.
Oh, cool.
And then more things came to my mind.
Yeah, it's good balance. I've got so much that I should have written it down because then it would have helped me get it out. But the board's there; it's just out of reach, so I can't quite get it.
Crucial.
And I haven't got a pen to hand.
And it doesn't matter because there's nothing written on it anyway. So.
Yeah, well, there's things on the board, and I've even got a couple of notebooks here, but no pen, because one thing I wanted to talk about was notebooks.
There you go.
Thanks. Can't get it.
Well, it would have been super cool if you had a pen there.
That would have been the exact same pen. That would have been awesome. Next time.
Absolutely gangster.
Next time. That would have got 4 views on a reel as well.
We're learning all these tricks. I'm going to have to take these off because they drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I'll pop them up here.
Can you hear better with them off?
Yeah.
Good.
I can hear it through my eyes.
Yeah.
I can see you worse though, which is odd. Never mind.
I probably look better with a filter.
It's quite a blue filter. I think the blue is for cloudy days, and I've got a bright light. I've got 5 bright lights in front of me, so it's not really working. It looks like on a dirty fish tank. It is really blue.
It does look a bit scuba-esque. I think
it's scuba-y. Big scuba.
Ian and Gemma would like that one. They like that one from the Big Scuba podcast.
I don't think it would help in any sort of scuba environment.
Oh, before we do anything, learning all the time, let's ask people to subscribe before we bore the shit out of them with our dribble.
So next time we should do that immediately first.
Straight
as
away.
Soon as the goggles hit.
Yeah.
As soon as the goggles are down.
Subscribe!
Please. Like and subscribe.
Because we had a little bit of traction on YouTube I say traction. It's not much, but we're over 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So cheers, everybody.
Firmly over 100.
5
over 100.
Yeah.
It's not 1 over 100, is it?
So that's in our terms, that's exploded. That is
explosive growth.
That is explosive growth. Well, we were at 93 and 91 not too long ago. So that's well over 10% growth. If that was a stock, people would be going, buy.
It would be out by now. We'd have bought it, sold it, probably got back in again.
On the way back down.
Got scared, sold it, thought we did it wrong, thought about it again, probably didn't buy any, then just watched it go up.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck.
So we are the Bitcoin of the garage gym world. I don't think nobody understands us.
Dogecoin? Dogecoin, maybe.
Yeah. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on, but they're thinking, should we get into this? And they're trying to get on board the hype train.
They're all about it.
The hype train's real. So yeah, please do. If you are listening to this on Spotify, you're missing out on Matt's goggles. You're missing out on
some tees.
Yeah, our t-shirts that we've got on. It's very much a visual show, this one.
Yeah.
Very visual. So yeah, if you're on Spotify or any audio platforms, and thanks for listening to us, you can head over to YouTube. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've got some good reviews of some equipment like Wolfson's air rower and ski trainer and the Westside barbell reverse hyper. I've got some shoes on there. I've got a new shoe review coming soon. Garage Gym Tours. Matt in 2033 is going to put some video of him riding a motocross bike on there. You can hang around for that. And then at that time, you can consume it directly inside your brain with your YouTube implant.
I'll make a note. I'll do it tonight. How about that? How does that sound?
Cool.
I was thinking about that today, actually, because I looked on the YouTube because you sent me that message. I said, oh, look, the YouTube is explosively growing.
Yeah, some explosive growth.
Like a small weed. And I had a look.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to put those videos up. He's going to be mad at me for that.
I'm not mad.
I'll do it.
I'm too tired to be mad. So that's quite good. I had a chap commenting, asking about the rower. So the rower is quite a popular one because I think people were looking at the time, were looking for options for garage gym stuff. Obviously in the erg world, and that's
Can you say erg? Is that okay? Are you allowed to say erg?
I think I can say erg. I just can't say ski erg.
Okay.
If I say ski erg 3 times in the mirror, then concept 2 come after me.
ski erg.
Yeah.
What about arg? Can you say ski arg?
Erg. Yeah. Erg. So they're on there for everybody to enjoy, and obviously one day we'd like to monetize that channel. So what the fuck are you waiting for? Just subscribe. Help us out. Help us out.
Leave it playing,
idiots.
Just leave it playing in the background.
It's free. Just subscribe.
Those, is it?
If you've got money,
internet.
if you want to spend money on supporting us, get some merchandise.
We should put them on the Patreon channel, which we don't have.
Yeah, or Matt's OnlyFans, where he shows you graphic images of his surgery scars. You got paid to see that.
That's on my list.
Yeah, the OnlyFans.
No more surgery scars.
Surgery scars tour 2021.
I'm gonna have a surgery scar in my mouth.
Oh yeah, have you had your tooth put in? Did you get that in? Is it there?
It's not in. No.
No, it's not in. Oh, it's still a gap.
Yeah. Oh, Gapster.
Yeah.
Gappy gap tooth.
You've got to wait for a proper deload week for that, have you? So you can actually not hamper your training.
This is the worst bit. This is the bit where I was sitting in the chair with the guy and he's showing me a disclaimer. Is that what you call it? The form where it says, these are the risks. You're going to get an infection. Your head will probably fall off. But we don't think that's going to happen, but it might. So it's up to you. So just sign here. And he was saying, oh, you can't do any sport for like, just chill out tomorrow. Don't do anything Saturday.
It's fine because nobody considers powerlifting a sport.
Exactly. So I said, what about not a sport? I said, what about lifting weights? And he said, yeah, don't do that for at least a week. And I was like, oh my God. So that was good because we've been on a roll. So he said, don't do that for at least a week. Mm-hmm. So I trained this morning. Mm-hmm. That was okay. Because he said, and it's obviously true, that there's a lot of pressure in your head and they've been hammering things into my jaw and my sinus. So I tried to train this morning without holding my breath or bracing. So that was quite interesting as well. But luckily, it was a deload and
it's very loose.
Yeah, I think it will be okay for at least Monday and Tuesday because of like bench and press and stuff like that. The worst one was squat because it was only a light squat this morning, but you can't really do that without bracing anything.
Oh yeah, and every time I squat, my head turns purple. So yeah.
So I was desperately trying not to create any pressure in my head, but it didn't really work. Deadlift was okay. But squat.
It's good for performance though, isn't it? To like, there's something to do with your jaw and like putting pressure in the roof of your mouth and all this. Like people have done studies around.
Yeah, but the point is I'm not supposed to put any pressure in my mouth.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's good to do that in terms of your actual performance, not the performance that you're trying to avoid, so you can continue training whilst you're having tooth surgery.
I think just generating pressure, like internal pressure, it's like a can, isn't it? Like when the can is strong, you can't squash it, can you? You can't fold it in from the side. So you've got like 360-degree pressure that you're generating from yourself, from within outwards. That's good. And then pressure in your head. I guess you just create that by creating the internal
blood pressure more than anything, isn't it? You know, people's eyes go red and noses start bleeding and all that shit. It's got to come out somewhere. If it doesn't come out of your ass, it comes out of your face.
Might as well come out through the little hole in my tooth.
Yeah.
So luckily that did not end up in my mouth. So that was good. So I signed, and they had to work out whether they needed to do what they call a sinus lift to make enough room to screw this thing into my jaw. And turned out they did. And the sinus lift is €400. And turns out that for your €400, you get 8 hits with a hammer. So that's €50 per hammer hit. So if you want to make some cash money, get into the sinus lift game.
This is doing what to your sinus? Moving it?
Moving it up. Yeah. So there's enough room for the insert to be screwed into your jaw. So that was good. So we went, oh, here come the hits. Oh, great.
God.
Whack, whack.
So like when you were awake, they were just hammering a rod into your jaw.
Yeah, it's basically like a hammer and punch. Not really a chisel, more like a punch. Yeah. So they drill the hole. And then before they put the insert in, because the insert's a certain length and it needs enough space to have threads engage enough with your jawbone, they have to whack up a bit to make a bit of space. He said, it's only a mil, don't worry. And I was like, oh yeah, no worries. And he went into my head. I was like, oh yeah, sweet. So I always like to use that. I always like to use that opportunity to practice my breathing.
Meditation.
So yeah, to just try and chill out. Because actually I was a little bit nervous because this is like the second time I've been in there. I'm
not surprised.
The first time I went in, I had the problem with my tooth, and I can't speak German, and they can speak a bit of English. It was okay. I was like, oof. First time I went in, and I was like, oh yeah, my tooth hurts. And she looked at my tooth, and she's like, no, it's okay. We're just going to cap it or do something to it. I was like, okay, no problem. So I'm not too bad with the dentist. I don't mind it. Like I don't hate it, but I'm not a massive fan. And sat down in the chair, and then like I've known this woman for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and the next thing she's like pulling my tooth out, and I was thinking, oh god. So she's like yanked my tooth out, and then had to go back for the surgery, and there's a different person for the surgery. So I'm thinking, okay, she's at least competent enough to pull a tooth out, which is good. But then it was someone else for the surgery. I don't know who this guy is. I'm like sitting down there for 5 minutes. She's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm Dr. So-and-so. I'm going to be doing the surgery, sign this thing. And then he goes at it with a chisel, scalpel and a drill and everything. I was like, oh god, what are you going to do? Research,
when I had my teeth out do you remember when I had a brace, dental brace, I had to have 4 teeth out, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, and they offered to do it local anesthetic or general. And I just thought, there is no way I want to sit there awake with somebody pulling my teeth out of my fucking skull. Like I just have visions of them like getting their foot up on my face and just a bit like popping like that. And I just think, no, I don't want to live with that. So yeah, just put me out.
It's a bit like that. Yeah,
I was just out. Even at 14 or 13 or whatever I was, I knew I wasn't going to be wanting that, like a nice fucking footprint on my head. No, thank you.
Yeah, I just took the opportunity to practice meditation. It was okay. And what I should have done, what I thought after, halfway through, I thought, I should have started my my Garmin to see what my heart rate is.
Yeah.
And then I could have, but
could have Instagram lived it
by then. Yeah, I was in the middle of it by then. I was
like Eddie Hall's bicep surgery.
How do you like that? Actually, it was really fast, and it was probably, it was less intrusive, I suppose, than when she pulled my tooth out. That was rank. She couldn't get it out.
How did you break your tooth again when you're like eating a Werther's original or something?
No, I just ate a piece of bread. It was like a really hard piece of bread, and I bit into it, and I heard this crack, and I was like, oh no. And yeah, it was like broken for about.
It's like the crustiest fucking loaf going.
It was, man. It was insane. It was like this massive, like, I don't know, it was like a volcano bread or something. And I bit into it. I was like, what? And in the middle of a workshop at work. So I got half a tooth in the middle of this workshop. And as in, like, we were working on a project with a bunch of people from work in the middle of this workshop, having lunch, and I bit into this thing and it broke my tooth. And then thought, maybe it'd be okay. So then left it a week and I was like, no, it's not okay. And then went to the dentist. She was like, yeah, it's not okay.
Yeah, let the rot set in.
Yeah, why not? So she whipped that out.
Jesus.
And now what it reminds me of is I think the first time I ever saw stitches was when one of the cats had an operation or something.
Yeah. And
there's those blue stitches and it's like, and the stitches look like someone stitched them up with their eyes closed.
Yeah.
And it looks like that.
Oh, good.
Same setup.
Well, it hasn't affected your speech. So
no, the first actually was pretty good because I thought one, it was going to take longer, and it actually was like half an hour from start to finish. So that's an insane hourly rate that dude is on. So it's half an hour from start to finish.
He's making fucking bank.
He's making bank, man. And he was in there from about 7:30 in the morning.
Just
until
lifting sinuses all day.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't just lifting sinuses. He did all the drilling and stuff as well. So you pay extra for that.
Oh, man.
And then I go back and they put the insert in, and then there's a crown that goes on the insert. So from 7:45 in the morning, I think he was there doing procedures. And then my original appointment was at 2:00 in the afternoon, and they moved it forwards to 10:15. I assume because somebody pulled out, but I guess that means he still did the whole morning at least, and then probably some of the afternoon as well.
Yeah.
So he's probably made in a day, like
about a month.
Yeah, no, more, man. Probably 3 or 4 months or something. He probably made 10 grand.
Well, someone's got to do it.
He charged 10 grand. Also, you've got to be in someone's mouth. I don't want to be in anybody's mouth. How much?
People are gross.
However much you pay me. And yeah, he's responsible then for what goes on in your mouth, isn't it? Which is pretty important. Like eyes and teeth.
Yeah.
Big stuff, isn't it? So
yeah,
he did a good job. So
well done, that man.
Well done, Tooth Dude.
Well done. You earned your money. Earned your money today.
So, yeah, now my mouth looks like the cat's belly after it's stitched up. So I've got a scar on my mouth. It's good.
Cool.
We'll have
another scar.
Another one.
Yeah, so I've got some topics. Do you want me to start reeling them off?
Hit me.
Here's an exciting topic for you. We are sponsoring a powerlifting competition.
I like this topic a lot. I like it.
Good story.
Even more like it.
So I'll plug it. Mammoth Power Gym are having a push-pull competition. So that's bench and deadlift only on the 10th of October. So what's that, like 5 weeks away? And they asked us to, if we would like to get involved and provide some t-shirts for the platform crew and a banner. So I thought, yeah, why not? That's the kind of thing we want to do and be involved in and support. And it's all for charity. So the chap who owned and ran, or co-owned and ran, Mammoth Power, called Danny Wilgos, he took his own life a few years ago now, and there's a charity set up for people who are suffering and they need some help. So I believe it's his mum set up the charity, and they work with local groups to just help guys talk about things and get some help, really. So yeah, it's a really good cause. A few people I know are going to be competing because I've trained a couple of times at Mammoth Power. It's just local to me. Matt's thinking about competing. I'm considering having a go, but I don't want to break my shit again.
We should do it, really.
Yeah.
I think it's an awesome cause as well.
50 spaces, so 50 places available to compete.
Is it in weight category?
Yes, so under 82s.
Oh, it's always under 82, man.
Yeah, under 82s, under 90, and then maybe an open class for male. I can't remember the details of it now, but yeah, so check them out on Instagram. They're Mammoth Power Gym. They've got a website. Yeah, have a little look at that. So we're going to sort that out. I'm just waiting for some artwork and logos and bits to come across so I can start doing t-shirts.
Okay, so those guys are doing it. Those guys are doing the design, are they?
Well, I need decent quality images or logos at least, because I'm not going to make the banner, but I need to get the artwork to the people that are making the banner for them to make it and send it over. But t-shirts, I'll need the Mammoth Power logo,
Yeah.
the Lift Loud logo, and then I'll put some GBA stuff on and some crew stuff on it, and maybe some dates and things like that. But yeah, so we'll do some t-shirts for them. They'll probably all be triple XL because they're all a bit large and in charge over at Mammoth.
Super cool. Yeah, we'll be a bit out of our
Not a lot of extra mediums going on down there.
No.
Some heavy ass weights. They got proper weights, proper calibrated competition weight plates, which are like just heavier. I went there, everything was heavier. I think they turn the gravity down or up, whichever way makes things heavier over there.
And up makes you stronger, doesn't it, when you go somewhere else?
Yeah. It's a cool gym. It's a cool place.
And how much does it cost to enter? Do you know that? Do you have that piece of information?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't think
Not
I
a
saw
lot,
it
probably.
actually
Not a lot. It's not going to break the bank.
If there are any spaces. So if you want
there's
to
some spaces, yeah. Limited
get in there.
availability.
Rapid
Limited.
style. Do we need to claim a place then?
Yeah, I'm thinking on it. I'm not
Just
convinced.
do it.
I'm not convinced
Why
I'm
not?
going to do it.
Why not?
Because I'm...
Why not? £10 entry fee.
There you go. 10 quid. 10 quid for a day of lifting.
With all profits going towards the charity Lift Loud for Danny, which
Eagle.
is awesome charity. And these are the weight categories: men under 82, under 90, under 100, over 100, and women's under 60, under 75, under 82, and over 82. So I was thinking, oh, cool, that'd be cool if there was an under 75 category. There's no under 75 men's category because that's not big enough to be a man.
They can't understand that.
Like, how do you weigh this?
They can't understand that down there. They're like, are you female? They're not. They're good. They're good. They're a good crew. I just think that you just have to compete as under 82, don't you? That's it. You can't cater for everybody in that. I think that's probably a popular weight class is the under 82s.
I'll go up, and I guess it's on. I could get 75 pretty easy, by then.
Get like to 75.
Yeah, down to.
But if there's no under 75, why would you bother?
Because I would have liked to.
Oh, okay.
I would have liked.
You need to go up to 81.9.
Yeah. Or 82 point something, because it's probably a little bit of wiggle.
I'm all over the place, man. Some days I'll weigh 77. Some days I'll weigh 81. I think it depends on how much porridge I put in my bowl and how big of a shit I have. And that makes a massive difference. And also how sweaty the workout is I've just done. I lose like 2 kilos in sweat, almost sweat as in my t-shirt. So, yeah.
Pretty consistently between 77 and 78. I did nudge up to 79 for a little while, but then I tweaked on my diet and just took all the rice out of it because I was like, why am I eating so much rice? And now then I read about this, I thought, let's just put the rice back in.
Yeah, so, rice on.
I was training. I think I'm not putting any weight on, but my weight is not coming down, but I can see that I'm getting a little bit leaner, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, well, actually, what I really want to do, really to make the most of this block, this juggernaut block, which is now, or juggernaut program, which is now coming towards the end of it, is I should be putting some weight on. So I thought, I need to eat some more, blah, blah. And I thought, what are you doing? Because I was eating like per meal, half a pack of beef or chicken or whatever. So I just did a quick fix for my meal to eat some more food. Now I just eat the whole pack in one meal. So I started that today, and we'll see how that goes. That's probably going to go over the top, but I'll have another one of those for dinner. So that will double my calories for the day, every day. Yeah, and we'll see.
Saves on electricity having to chill that meat in the fridge.
Yeah.
The other half saves on gas. Just cook it the one time. Takes the same amount of time ish.
Yeah. I remember when I was like in my heaviest back in the Luton days, and I was like 87. I think I got to like 87.5, but it was a bit of a lump. It was like a proper lump. And that was all I did then. I was thinking, what's different now? Trying to put all the pieces together. Well, you're just not eating anything, aren't you? Basically, you're like a bird. So
like a baby bird.
Beep, 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 beep. So I thought, well, let's tweak that a little bit and see. So if that's 82, then can't excuse.
82 is 82,
and
isn't it?
There's a motocross race the weekend before, so that would be pretty cool to do the motocross race.
Yeah. And
then do a powerlifting competition.
Put it all together. That's what you do. That's what GBA is all about.
That's how we do it. So to do that, I need to throw my bike back together because that's still in bits.
Yeah.
And eat a lot of food and train. So
write it on the list.
Got a plan.
Speaking of lumps, I'm going to segue into my next topic here. So I went to the European Championships on Saturday. So this is I can't call it a CrossFit competition because they'll get sued. A functional fitness competition. Yeah. And it's
not saying anything. No comment.
Yeah. It was in Colchester at Five Lakes Arena, which was awesome. It was like being at a mini CrossFit Games.
Can't say
CrossFit. Mini XFit Games.
Mini functional fitness games.
Mini
World Championship of Functional Fitness.
And so four people from CrossFit Great Yarmouth were competing. So we had Em, Phil, Becky, and Jem. And a lot of people from the box went down to support them. So it was really cool because when they had all the proper stuff, like they had their names on like a card that they put in their lane and stuff. And it was all like really nicely laid out. I did a load of stories on it. They had like athlete t-shirts from Tech and all that kind of stuff. So it was like a really good event. It was so fucking loud, man. It was so loud. My ears are still ringing from it. There was music all day, commentators all day, just blasting off in your ears. Like the crowd was really good. And man, there was, you said you landed in the airport and you were looking about and you couldn't see anybody that trained. It was like the opposite of that. You looked around that place and like you couldn't see anybody that didn't train.
That didn't.
Like anybody, like Phil, who is like in fucking good shape. He's the coach. He's the coach at CrossFit Great Yarmouth. He was competing in an RX category. He's like, when you see him in the box, he's in awesome condition and he's a lump. You stick him in there and he looks relatively small next to other people. It was mad. Klokov was there. Klokov is like a wardrobe just on legs. He's unbelievable, man. He's just huge. He's just so fucking wide.
Is he tall as well or no?
No, not very tall. Probably say like, I don't know how tall, but he's shorter than me and taller than you. Yeah. But he did, they did this event with, there was a complex. So it was one deadlift into a clean, into a hang clean, into a jerk. And he did it with like 150 kilos, just like no problem. God. And I think I'm sure somebody there did like 162.5.
Wow. Well, so somebody did more than Klokov.
Yeah. I don't know if that was Klokov's last lift, but that was one I remembered the commentator. He was down the other end of the arena and I was watching Phil because they were in the same heat. And I think he was there. He was there as like an exhibition. It was like he was allowed to enter and he was like a draw for people. Mm-hmm. I don't think really lots of people really know him because he's more weightlifting side of things. And that's, some people in CrossFit follow weightlifting, but it's quite niche, isn't it? Like Olympic weightlifting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting bigger, but in the grand scheme of things, still niche, isn't it?
So people were like, oh, they didn't really know who he was, I don't think. Not like when Eddie Hall went there the other year.
Okay. Yeah.
He's quite a famous in Britain. So that was really cool to see that kind of person lifting that kind of weight. It was.
What is his background though? Is he an ex-Olympic weightlifting champion?
I believe so. Yeah, I think so. Russian, like.
But he's retired now, isn't he? And he was doing this cross-lifting thing.
Yeah, him and a few other people do that sort of competition, which, I mean, I would. He's been training for CrossFit, so he went into the Open and he entered into the Open and competed, and then he competed in this competition, but it's sort of like he wasn't really in it, but he was in all the heats.
He was on the floor.
I suppose for him, he was on the floor. It's good practice for him to be in that sort of environment if he wants to go and then compete. But man, he just obviously because he's a lump anyway, and he's training for this sort of work. He's got smoked. He's like smashed.
He got smashed.
Yeah, man. He just got like he's. I don't think he's been training CrossFit for like a year.
Okay.
So he's just.
So he got smashed cardio wise then.
Yeah.
Because I assume he's strong enough to do all the stuff, all the technical stuff. He's more than strong enough. But I guess doesn't do your rings work and all that stuff.
Yeah, rope climbs, box jumps, chest to bar, all that sort of stuff. takes a lot out of them. There was one workout, I wasn't there today. I was there on the Saturday and I watched 4 of the workouts. And there was one today where they had to do legless rope climbs. And I think it's thrusters with 100 kilos.
Yeah, Becky told me that. No, I was just like, what? Thrusters with 100 kilos. So a thruster is you have to clean the weight.
So yeah, to start, you would have to clean it, and then front squat, and then it's all the way up overhead, one movement, lock out. Everything is at full extension, and then you bring it back down, and then front squat, and then back up.
Yeah.
Unless you drop it, you got to clean it again.
It's not a strict press though, is it? You can use the momentum of
it's
standing up if you can stand up.
You shoot it up.
God.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. And the women's weight was 70 kilos. I think I wouldn't even be able to do the women's weight.
I know. Thrusters are gross anyway. Thrusters are just sick. Stick 100 kilo. Yeah. No thanks. No thanks.
That's bananas.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was just a really good atmosphere, and they had some cool like stands and things there. They had a few different like clothing bits and pieces. They had nice food there. Had a good pulled pork burrito. That was good. I had a flat white, which was as big as my head, like that, and it weighed the same as a baby. It was so heavy. It was like a kilo of flat white. I was like, this is not a flat white, but it's fine. It's £2.90. I've got like 4 flat whites in a cup. It was huge.
The whole day.
Yeah, it was huge.
But low quality.
It was okay. Not the type that I like to get into. I've got so many coffee beans, so many beans to get through. I'm slowly making my way through.
Should have taken some there.
Yeah.
Get a little mobile stand, little GBA coffee stand.
It would be cool to do an event like that. That would be cool to like be part of something like that. But then I wanted to.
You could take the little machine, could you?
Yeah, be a bit slow.
Very cool. Do some coffee.
I'll fill the tank up.
It's handmade.
Yeah.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
Handmade.
But there's a lot of money being spent there. A lot of people spending a lot of money on a lot of stuff.
Money being spent everywhere, boy.
Yep.
This whole pandemic.
Yep. They were loving it. It was really cool. If I'm going to get coronavirus, it will be from that, because there was a lot of people there and there was no social distancing.
No masks, nothing.
No. But out of everybody that you want to be like jammed in a room with, like pretty fit and healthy people, they're the ones. Don't want to be with some scams.
No test on the way in? Nothing.
No, nothing, man. Nothing. No.
This is pretty nuts, isn't it? So to get in the country, it's more restrictive than everywhere else in Europe. But then once you're in the country,
you're in, bro.
Once you're in, you're in.
Licking windows and all sorts of shit. Mate, yeah. Just chewing on exhaust pipes, whatever you like.
No, if you don't get it from there, then you're probably not going to get it anyway.
I still need to get my second jab and get double jabbed.
Jab me up.
I think that's any time now. I can go and get a walk in, but that's for another episode. So I'm on. Yes, I've done 2. I've done 2 topics, 2 of the 4. But it made me want to compete. So I went to the Suffolk Games, wanted to compete. Went and saw that, wanted to compete. I'll go and train tomorrow and do like some sort of awful workout, and in the middle of that workout I'll go, I ain't fucking competing. There's no way I'm doing this shit.
I'm out.
Even when I don't want to compete and I'm doing a workout, I'm like, why would anybody ever want to compete at this?
Want to train again.
It's fucking awful.
I was talking to Becky about it, and that made me want to compete. And I was like, God, I'm really talking to you about it. I want to compete. God, yeah. And that, for me, it's even worse. Like when we went and did that session the other day with the wall balls in, and I was just like crippled by these wall balls and lying in a fetal position on the floor, thinking, I'll compete. Yeah, of course you'll compete. You'll compete at what? Who can make the biggest fetal position on the floor? Yeah, you'll be the winner at that.
Yeah, who can create the biggest puddle of piss in the bottom of a wall ball position? Wall balls are rough, man. Wall balls are no joke. They're fucking horrible.
Just going to put it on my list. Order wall ball.
Do wall balls.
I think it's
9 kilos is the standard for men. So get a 12. And then you'll find a 9 easy.
So you can't find a 9? Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Find.
You will handle a 9 kilo. It's like me now. Like if I was to enter that competition, I would enter as a novice because I can't do the weights and the movements that an intermediate can. I'm like halfway between scaled and RX. Like some stuff I can do, some stuff I can't. I can't do handstand walks. I can't do butterfly pull-ups and all that kind of stuff. So I just get rinsed. But to do a novice, like you'd be using like 15 kilo dumbbells and like doing like single skips and things like that, and knee raises rather than toes to bar.
Can't skip anymore.
I'd have to relearn a lot of that stuff, but yeah, that'd be cool. So I really fancy it now. I really fancy doing like some sort of competition again.
But that means we have to go through the punishment of the online qualifiers again.
Yes, for Europeans, yeah, you have to qualify online. So for the novice, you have to get in the top 15. For RX, I think it was top 75, because there's a lot more people in RX, a lot more people. It's a lot more competitive. That's the one that they want to go for.
I guess as well, they actually want to see people on the floor doing RX.
Yeah, it was good actually, because the novice,
it's cool to see that. Yeah.
The novice category was the first heat in everything in the event, in the actual arena. So if you wanted, like, everybody wanted to see what the workout was, all the other people, like at least half of the crowd there was competing. Like, it wasn't a massive crowd, but like when they said I put a story on saying athletes, that's like all the athletes go to the floor. Like, it was packed in all the seats, and then all of a sudden, like, the seats were like half empty. And I was like, oh, like everybody here is competing. And then you got the people that are supporting them. Yeah, but because the novices were up first, that was the first time you would see the workout. So a lot of people like watched the novices, which was cool. And then they had teens, man, these fucking teens. Oh my God. If anything wants to make you quit any sort of exercise or sport, watch the teens do it. They are unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Insane. So fast, so strong. Like, outlifting me by miles. And they're children. I was like going, that's a child.
You're old now, dude. That's it.
I know. I was watching the Masters, the 35 plus Masters men, like lifting some serious weights. And I said, Paul was standing next to me, I said, I wasted a lot of time playing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, me playing Gran Turismo.
Oh, man. Yeah. 35 plus Masters, 40 plus Masters.
Even we follow this chap called Beats now.
Yeah.
And he's 55 to 59 in the legends category in CrossFit. And they're doing insane stuff. 55 to 59.
And I'll be good by the time I get there.
Easily could be someone's granddad. And like you say, outlifting me probably by double. Great
granddad if they come from Yarmouth.
Yeah. Where they like to pop a few
Yarmouth
kids
joke
out.
there.
Yeah.
Not a Yarmouth joke for you. Yeah. That was I had a really good time. It was a long day. Like, I got up and on the way at like 10 to 6. The first workout was at 8. Wanted to get good parking space and all that kind of stuff. But that's local, thing. Like, for us.
Yeah, that's cool.
Colchester is local.
Yeah, was it like an hour? Is it an hour? And a bit?
It was an hour 45 to get to the place, because it's past Colchester in a place called Malden, so it was out in the sticks. But yeah, hour 45. But they did an event on the Friday, which was run a kilometer, paddle arms only on a paddleboard for 800 meters, and then run another kilometer. But they didn't tell them that the second kilometer they had to carry a 20 kilo sandbag.
Yeah, man, that looks sick. Oh my God. And I bet they were just like, oh my God, when they got to that sandbag, weren't they?
Jem Day-Gooch, she is like, she's small, like she's a small
like
5'3"
or 5'4", something like that.
Yeah, and man, that 20 kilo sandbag, for her to be rucking that 20 kilo sandbag, that's a lot of weight. That's a big percentage of her body weight.
Getting on for half of her weight.
So yeah, she did awesome. She did really, really well. They all did really well.
Can you imagine? So you've done your run, you've jumped on that paddleboard, and you've sent it on the paddleboard so that your arms are just completely destroyed. You think, all I've got to do now is just send it for a kilometer. A kilometer, what's going to take you? I don't know, with tired legs like that, 5 minutes probably for some of them. And you run up there and then you see a sandbag. Oh my God. So yeah, what's that for? The next event? No, mate. Load it up. Let's go. Oh my God.
And so they all had like chafing on their shoulders as well, because they were like Hessian sacks as well. So they're just like rubbing the skin off their shoulders.
Wow. Yeah, a kilometer with that. That sucks.
Yeah,
so the important thing then is because now I'm thinking in my head about all these other different things I need to do, and I shouldn't do that. When are the qualifiers for those? And how much did we miss the qualifying cut-off by last time when we did this? And how long ago was that? 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In 2019, we did the qualifiers.
No. So if you go on Competition Corner, you can look yourself up as an athlete, and you can see. I didn't do tech this year.
No,
I did it the year before. We both did it, didn't we?
Yeah,
I did the CrossFit
2019.
Games. I did the CrossFit Open, and then it went straight into tech.
Yeah.
And it was like 8 weeks of workouts, and it was just horrible because I didn't want to.
8 weeks.
Yeah, because the CrossFit one was
okay.
like 4 or 5 workouts,
4 or 5,
and then tech was like 3, 4
3.
workouts.
Yeah.
And that was just that was a long time, because I did each workout like 2 or 3 times, whereas if I did it again, I'd probably just do it once. I'm better than I was, so
I bet, man. But probably night and day difference though, and I've gone the other way.
Day and later that day, maybe.
Day and the afternoon different.
Yeah. Dusk and shortly after dusk.
I'm not, and I came straight off that broken leg, didn't I? And did that.
Yeah, well, you've always got something broken, so I get confused.
Yeah, because the first one
what leg
was the shuttle runs into burpees or something like that, wasn't it? Or was it shuttle runs into something? And then one of them was just like 7 minutes straight of burpees over the bar, burpees.
Burpee over bar.
The last one, I think the last one was skipping. Oh, we did 2 then, haven't we?
That was this year. That was this one. I don't think I entered. Oh, yeah, I did do one in lockdown. I did one in lockdown.
It was the Corona one, wasn't it? Yeah, because there was one. There was like a no equipment one and an equipment one.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, so I did the equipment version, and I can't remember. It was a free one as well, wasn't it? It was It was just free to. I think they just did it to cheer everybody up, didn't they?
So we did 2 then. So we did one before that as well, didn't we?
Yeah, I did one before that. Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to log into my competition corner, so I'm not making eye contact. I'll give you some there. Just to see if I can look at where I came.
I think we came 28th and 29th.
Competitive history. Free event. So June. That's limited equipment. What's this? So European Championships 2019. Looks like I came 40th. Apologies, this is terrible content as I'm just looking at my phone. But
yeah, I'm just trying to think though about that one, because the 2019 one, I think I did okay, because that was the one where we had muscle ups in it and rowing.
Yeah.
And hanging knee raises,
jumping bar muscle ups. So you came 39th and I came 40th. There was one 1 point different. So cut off is 15 places. So it was a way off.
Miles away then.
That was a way off. But it was out of like 115 people actually competed in that. There's a load more signed up, like a ridiculous amount more signed, like double the amount signed up than actually did it.
Yeah, well, people were dropping out, weren't they? In like each event.
For the free one, for the May 2020, I think I came 80 something. With the equipment, it was because it was it was just like equipment, and it wasn't like novice or anything. It was just like it's equipment. Male limited equipment. Yeah, man, I got smashed. That was the one I did. That it was like sit-ups and single arm thrusters, and you had to get through a certain amount of the work before you cut off. And Christ, I had to do it like 4 times just to get the cut off.
Yeah,
geez, but that was tough. That was really tough. I did 84th out of. Do you know what, man? I didn't do too bad. It was 84th out of 257 that actually completed workouts.
Yeah.
Take that.
Can you see the other one? The non-equipment?
Hang on, hold fire.
Just banging out some gold here.
Yes, always coming with the insane
liquid gold.
content.
Content.
Paul Stroud came 29th in that one. Where did you do that one?
Yeah.
Did you enter that one or just do the workouts? 40th.
No.
You came 40th.
Because because in the last one was handstand push-ups, wasn't it? And he absolutely
he smashed it. Yeah, that's his signature move.
Yeah,
he loves it. I beat him in a handstand push-up workout the other day, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't strictly handstand push-ups. But just Paul, if you're listening.
So the point of this conversation is, when is the next qualifier then?
It's a great question. I don't know. So
when were those ones? November, no? The 2019 one was November.
2019 was in November. I should
2020
imagine
was in November, I guess.
They were May and June, but they didn't have a finals. They were just doing them for.
No, I mean the one that Becky and Co have just done to qualify for this one. Was that then, was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to stop looking at my phone because. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it was within the last 3 months. Yeah, it was like May time.
Okay.
So I don't know, but this probably out of kilter because we've had coronavirus. There was no, competitions happening. All the gyms were shut. All that sort of stuff. So it was definitely within the last 3 months because they all did it together in the box and they all.
Yeah, I've got a feeling in the 2019 one we did the stuff in like November time, and then it was going to be in February, the actual competition. So they've gone a bit in reverse, haven't they? So maybe they do another qualifier soon.
We've got the CrossFit Open will be in February. But if you want to, you can look for competitions on Competition Corner and throwdown.io, I think, and they just have like local competitions, online competitions. So you just search and find. There's like a mixed pairs one in Ipswich in 2 weeks, which is all well fitness, I think.
Mixed pairs one. Okay. Rope Becky into that one.
Yeah, maybe. To see if all my stuff holds together. I like thinking about doing it, and then when it actually comes to doing it, I'm like, I'm scared. Like, I quite fancy that. And then when it comes to it, I'm like,
just do it, man.
So competitions that's given me the itch. I've written books on here and Skull Tea. So Skull Tea, you can see oh man, that took me some time. Jesus Christ.
18 months.
It took me a long time. It's got to be at least that when I had the idea and then just kept trying to peddle it. And I think it's not perfect, but it was good enough. And I think that just had to.
It's good.
I just had to
you can do some tweaks. Tweak it.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave it like that. I'd tweak probably some of the fonts and stuff like that, and little tweaks here and there. Yeah, it'd be sweet. It's good.
Tweak it.
I like it.
So I like it. It's cool. It's very good. I like it a lot. I'm glad I got it out of my brain and into the world, because now it's like, well, that's done now. Because when you have stuff in the back of your mind all the time, we were talking about the other day, it's just a distraction. Like I had that massage gun that didn't work anymore, broken, but I had it, and I was like, every now and again I'd like try it and try and turn it on and see if it would work, and then I'd like, I'll put it on charge again and that might work. And that's just weeks. That's weeks of like seeing it going, oh, that fucking thing's broken. Trying it, no, still doesn't work. Plugging it in, like doing different things with it. And I was just like, then I threw it out the other day, and it was just liberating.
I wanted that. I was going to see if it worked.
You didn't want that. You tried it as a sealed unit.
I was actually thinking about your massage gun this morning, because after those deadlifts that I did last week, my back has been destroyed for the whole week. And I was thinking, man, I've gone through half a pot of the old CBD, Pure Sport CBD on there.
Yeah.
Layering that on thick, which does really help actually in the evening. Whack a bit of that on before I go to bed. But I was thinking, what do I need to get on there? This old massage gun probably. But actually now I feel all right. This morning pretty good.
Yeah, I do rate mine. I do like, there's probably other things that I've done which have helped me with recovery, but I've just left that in. Just always try to do it after any session. Just it's 12 minutes.
What does it actually do though? What's the physical process going on there?
It smashes you in the muscle, massages your muscle.
Triggers. I guess it triggers some sort of blood flow or something in there.
I like it.
Loosens them off.
I like it. Hey man,
Because
I'm
you
not
wouldn't think
selling
it
it.
would help, would you? You wouldn't think it would help. You would think it would make
Rabbit
it worse.
punched in the quad.
Yeah, because they're damaged already, aren't they? And they hurt because they're damaged. And then what you proceed to do is punch the life out of them with a drill, basically, a converted drill. And that seems to help.
I even do it like during a workout as well, because on my hamstrings are just grotty.
Just stop a minute, guys.
Yeah, well, more the weightlifting ones. Like I'll have it next to me, and like if I feel like my hamstrings are like not feeling so good, I'll just give it a quick like 30-second blast in between reps and stuff, and just like, right, okay,
It's so good.
go again. Yeah. So yeah, I've sort of cleared the decks on a lot of stuff that I had going on. So the Skull Tee is available to buy now on www.garagebuiltathlete.com. Check it out, buy one, make me happy. If one person buys one of those, I'll be fucking ecstatic, because it's something that I thought of and I've made, and it's someone else is going to have it. So if nobody buys it, I've got one because I like it, and that was the whole premise behind all of this stuff. We're just doing it because we like it.
I like this one.
Yeah,
this
man.
one's super suit one. So
if somebody else likes it, then good for them. You can wrap it. And yeah, books. So books. So a couple of points on books. Mum bought me this mahoosively useful notebook for my birthday. And when I finish a bag of coffee, I'll put the bag in the cupboard above the coffee machine, because I write on there the grind setting and the dose that I use, and like a little note about if it was any good or not. And that soon stacked up to like this much, just coffee bags next to each other. So I've archived my coffee records, and that felt good because I've now created some space in the cupboard, and I've got it in a notebook.
Do you know what we should do with that? We should make a page on the GBA website, and we can put it there for people.
Coffee notes. If you have to have my coffee machine.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because the grind
we can put the coffee machine there, can't we?
Yeah, grind settings will be different. Well. But yeah, I would have benefited from that. So that was quite good to, again, get it out, taking up quite a lot of space. I was thinking about it, and then I've eventually done it. And that's my theme for this segment, because I also started doing to-do lists and crossing stuff out. And man, does that
help so much.
Man, does that feel good. I have a work one, and I have a home sort of normal life one. And it just helps loads.
As well, I think it helps. The main thing it helps me with is like getting going first thing in the morning. Like if I don't do the list the night before, and when I get up in the morning, I'm like, I'll eat the breakfast to this, and eventually I'll get onto the thing on the list. If I've got the list, I'm like, okay, what's on the list? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Straight in, and it's just like pam, 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 pam. Like today, I didn't do it. Yesterday, I did one. I can't find my book now. It's my special book, and I smashed the list yesterday. And I didn't write one last night. And I'd done some things, but it just took me ages to get going because I wasn't really focused because the list wasn't there. So I've got the list here actually, and I did a few of the things, but I didn't do the list until I sat down after I'd done some other stuff. So I need to just write the list this evening.
And I think if you read or listen to any books about like business or creating good habits and entrepreneurship and all that kind of stuff, they always promote lists and prioritizing things, and actually having a set of things that you want to achieve. And on books, I was listening to Atomic Habits by James Clear, because my Audible subscription I just was stacking up credits and I was spending money on it. So I've cancelled the subscription, but I had to spend a load of credits, and that was one of the books that I think you talked about.
Mum
talked about. Some other people talked about. So I got it and I was listening to it in the car, and there's nothing new. There's nothing new there that people don't know, but it's just good to hear it again. And it was good to refocus on a few things. And this is I've listened to it after I started making the list, and he was talking about like making a list and not necessarily having goals, but creating systems. And I think having a list is a good system to have.
Yeah, because then everything's clear, isn't it? Like, where do I go? Like I have this issue though, is that my issue is I have a system, and then I like add a little bit in the system, and then the system gets a bit confused. So I have to periodically come back down to a simplified system again, which basically is just 2 lists and then like one place on the computer or something like that, just so it's clear where I need to go. Otherwise you end up with information all over the place.
Yeah.
I think that really helps, just to have like those 2 places. Every day you write down what you need to do for the next day, go through those, review at the end of the day, move something forward if you need to, or make a new list if you've done everything. So,
and I found it quite a good stress reliever to get all that stuff, because I'm always thinking about, right, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? And I'll forget about stuff. So everything will feel like it's swimming around in my head, and I need to try and get loads of stuff done. I'll be like, oh, I've got so much to do, because I'm just thinking about it all the time. Whereas as soon as it's,
because it feels like so much.
Yeah, as soon as I got it out of my head and onto the paper, it was just like a relief. I was just like, oh, thank God for that. I've got to think about it. I'll just, like I say, just look at the list and I pick something. And the first time I did it, I picked like the easy stuff. And then I like looking at some of the hardest stuff, which I didn't want to do. And I was like, right, let's get one of them done.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Yeah, I did that today. I was like, I think that's a problem sometimes, isn't it? Is that when there's a hard thing on there, and really the hard thing is the one, there's different schools of thought on, isn't there? There's some, depending on your personality, apparently there's different ways you should structure it. Like first, some people do the easy things first, and then
to get a bit of momentum.
And the hard thing, then an easy thing again, or some people go for the hard stuff first. But always that hard thing is like the sort of stumbling block, isn't it? But yeah, today I was like, oh man, I don't want to start that. And I started it and it's done. So
well, this t-shirt was the one thing. It wasn't even on my list actually. So it was
in your mind.
It was in my brain, and I don't even think I put it on the list. So it'd be quite good to just write it on there and just cross it out, because that feel good. But that was the hard thing that's just been on my mind for ages, and to get it done was very cool. Another thing, as I tidied up the garage a bit, I put the hooks on the wall for the barbell, which is over there, and I put them at a height which I thought would be good, because it's not too high. And then I got the hyper and wanted to put it up against that wall, and realized the hyper was a little bit too tall to slot under the barbell. And I've been meaning to move that fucking barbell ever since I got that reverse hyper, which has been months. And but it's just the stuff that goes before it. If it was just a case of, right, I'm just going to pick the hooks up and put them in the wall, I'd done it. But it's like, right, I got to unscrew the thing, get the extension lead out, get the drill out, find the right bit for the drill, then line it all up and do it, and then vacuum it all up afterwards, and all that.
It's all easy stuff, isn't it?
It's all easy stuff, but you just think, I just can't be asked. But now I've had a little bit of a rearrange in the garage as well, so I've made it a little bit easier to bench. Because I don't know if you remember, like when we were benching in here, I had my storage unit was right in that corner. So the hyper is now in that corner. See, the barbell's just above it now. Because I don't want it too high, because then I can't get the thing back on the wall. And then I've got there's my deadlift platform. My squat platform there. And then the storage is just there. So yeah, so that used to really irritate me, because I'd just struggle to get the weights on and off the bar. Because I've got limited space, I had to have something somewhere. So I just had to move around. And it feels loads nicer to be in here as well. I also, this is got my little gymnastics mat up on the wall. So that's created 8 inches of floor space. And I need all the inches I can get.
3, yeah. All the inches. Is one of the common themes in these goal setting books, isn't it? About don't think about all the steps, just do one step.
Do one.
Because actually all those small steps are super easy, aren't they?
Oh yeah, piece of piss.
Super easy. Sweep up, easy. Pick the drill bit, easy. But yeah, when you think about all of it, oh god. But if you do one by one, then eventually you get to the end. But that's quite a hard shift to make, isn't it? Like quite a hard thing to do is to think about, okay, well, all I need to do is just this one thing. Like we always say, like it's just like baby steps, isn't it? One foot in front of the other. But for some reason, that end thing and all those different steps added together just feel like a chore, don't they? When in reality, they're super easy.
Yeah. And when you're thinking about it, like when I'm thinking about it myself, I think, oh yeah, can't be bothered with doing it or whatever, or it just seems like too much. But if somebody was talking to me about it, I would just go, just do the first thing, just do that one thing. And like when I talk to other people about it, it's like, yeah, we'll just, take it a day at a time, or just do whatever. It's just taking your own advice sometimes is
yeah, for sure. Well, we said it the other day about the t-shirt, didn't we? You sent me a message about the t-shirt, the first one that you printed.
Oh yeah.
And you said it was wonky.
Oh fucking hell.
And I was thinking, oh no, wonky. I was thinking, well, just how long does it take to do it? And you're like, about an hour. Takes about an hour to lay the thing out again, cut it, get it off the printer, put it on the shirt, and press it. And so, yeah, okay. Can you do it now? So you get it done, and then it went quiet in the messages, and I thought he's doing it. Because you were talking about it'll be too noisy and stuff, and I could tell you like just there thinking, but yeah, that was obviously a little nudge in the right direction.
Yeah, there's there, and the thing that t-shirt, like I say, was 18 months in the making. It took at least 18 months to get it from an idea.
You don't stop just before the finish line. You were basically reality, at the finish line, weren't you?
And then all that took the best part of the day.
Yeah,
to actually get it finalized. And man, you know, I'm not great with computers and design and stuff, but to get it in workable condition, and then, you know, I had to do one cut and then figure out where the cut had gone wrong, and then I did another cut and then like got that, okay, it's not perfect, but it's going to work. Got it onto the t-shirt. It's like iron it up, like cross-eyed. Yeah. Stuck it on.
Late, wasn't it, as well?
It was late, yeah. Stuck it on. It's wonky, innit? Yeah. Fuck.
You did it though.
Yeah, I did it.
This thing didn't
it looks good as well.
Some people do that with.
I'm going to turn around and see. You can see I've been talking about it enough. I don't know if you're going to be able to see very well on the camera, but I'm going to straddle this chair. So if you can see it.
You're a little bit low, dude. Just sort of do a bit of a half squat. That's it. Yeah, we can see it.
There you go.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah,
there you go.
It's really cool. The colours are cool too.
Yeah, not mint green. I like the mint at the minute. I'm into mint.
Mint mixer.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's my topics.
Very good.
Wrap.
That was good. Yeah, I haven't really got any other things really. Teeth. Deload week is done. That was cool. I feel like I've turned a bit of a corner with trying.
I feel like you're always doing a fucking deload week. Every time I talk to you, it's like, you know, Juggernaut's nearly finished. It's deload week, like for 23 episodes.
You know why though? Because what I got into a little bit of a habit of doing, depending on if I was riding or something like that, I would be tired to go and train. And what I haven't done the last couple of weeks is ride, because my bikes are broken. So I've been able to just focus on training. So I managed to hit the whole week of training straight. Yeah. And then I rolled straight into deload week. And I somehow ended up, well, because I got my head drilled, but I ended up one day out for some reason. Why was that? Because I was with you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Last weekend.
Yeah, we smashed the conditioning stuff, and
but I did all my sessions in it apart from one. Yeah. You were going to do your session on the Thursday, and it ended up being on the Friday, and then you were chasing it. But that was day 3 though of my week. So then I had 2 days left. One day was traveling. On the Sunday I did day 4, and that then meant on Monday I did day 5, and then I had to go straight into day 1 of deload week on Tuesday, and it's 5 days. And then I couldn't train yesterday because of the tooth, but I've managed to get the deload week back on track. But I'm actually like weeks behind on the program, because when it started, for some reason I was getting like completely out of sync on weeks, and it was taking me like 2 weeks to do 1 week and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel like I've turned a bit of a corner with it now, and I'm like into the rhythm of just go to bed,
done in a week.
Yeah, get up in the morning, first thing, go downstairs, do that. It's going to be hard, it's going to suck because it's super long, man. It's really long, and I don't like that aspect of it, that it's that long. But
yeah,
I was reading a post about it in that Chad Worthy-Smith put up, and there were lots of people complaining about the volume, and he basically said, well, it's hard to get strong, and you have to do work, and this is the work it takes. So either you do it or you don't do it. And I was like, okay. I mean, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. So I'm really trying to just stick to that. It's been a long time since I managed to run through a whole program like that, because this year I broke my hip, last year I broke my leg, the year before that I broke my hand. So this is the longest run I've had for a little while, because this is now 3 months, I think. Yeah 3 months straight. So I'm pretty happy with that. But now getting back to where I was when I broke my hip, so it was okay. The deadlift was good. That 160 for 6 deadlift was ugly, but it was good. So there's some power in there, and my setup is really off, really off compared to where it was as well. So I'll tweak that. That should help.
It's probably because you've got one leg shorter than the other now.
Well, I think it doesn't help, does it, that I've got one hand that doesn't really work, because all the nerves are messed up in my wrist from breaking my wrist twice. And then my leg isn't strong on the right-hand side because that's 2 broken ankles, 1 broken leg and a broken hip on the right-hand side.
It's not going to help.
So everything is twisting up, isn't it? But that was what I wanted to do with this program. The idea of doing this program was to take the time to build up the reps and build up some muscle and build up some strength and see if I could get going again. But it just turned into this volume monster. So
let's see if it's working. Somewhere along the line, something's working with
something's doing something, I think. But this is the thing when you put all the pieces together, isn't it? When you get the training right, so the training is on now. Diet, I've really got that pin now. It's really nice. I just stopped eating all that trash. I was just thinking every time you're eating that trash, and this is how I used to think when I was training before in Luton, and I was really on it with everything, like on it with my sleep, on it with my diet, on it with my training. And people used to say to me, well, don't you want to eat that? Like it would be girls normally, like, oh, they want some chocolate or they want a pizza or whatever. Don't you just want to eat that? I don't understand how you can not eat it. And I was just like, well, every time I eat that, I'm moving further away from where I want to be. So I don't want it because of that.
Yeah.
And I had a bit of a shift the other day, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm getting further away. I think it's because all of a sudden I started making some progress, and it really takes that nudge, doesn't it? When you see the progress all of a sudden, it's like, okay, yeah, I get it now. Because that takes a little while, doesn't it, sometimes? Especially when you start a new program, or you start something like that, and it's like, it can be 8 weeks of seeing nothing, doesn't it? And you're thinking, oh, come on.
Yeah.
I feel like I've sort of tipped over that now with like 12 weeks in, and things are starting to work, and then you start to put all the bits together.
Yeah.
And now we'll see how we go.
I had a wobble yesterday, just talking about diet and not wanting stuff. On the way back home, I drove to the supermarket, went in the supermarket, picked up my famous mixed nuts and raisins, picked them up, had them in my hand, walked around the supermarket, grabbed a couple of cans of Monster as well, because I was running low and I quite like a little energy drink for training every now and again. And I walked around the supermarket and I was looking at, I wanted to get some dark chocolate as well, because that's what I like. I was like, no, I'm having it. I did my head in all the way home, like thinking about it, right, I'm going to stop, going to get it. And I was like, in there, I was just like, don't want it, put it back. Bought the Monster because I wanted some energy drink for the workout. But yeah, the snacks and stuff, that's the closest I've been to caving since I started, whenever it was, when I did that paddleboarding, like 4 or 5 weeks ago. And that's what I do, man. I'll be like, I don't want it. And they'll be like, no, I want it, but I'm not going to go get it. And then I'll be like, right, I want it, so I'm going to go and get it. And then I don't buy it. So it's like it starts slipping. So I start slipping.
It's hard though. It's hard. I've done it a couple of times this week now, because I've been off all of that stuff because I also like a bit of dark chocolate or a little. You can't get small packets of crisps because I like kettle chips and stuff like that. Yeah, but you can't get them, so you have to get a big bag. And I would like get to the end of the week and then get a big bag of like barbecue flavored kettle chips or something like that. And I was in the supermarket yesterday, going round, and I was like, that's all right. Like in my mind, I was going,
justify it.
It's fine. It's just a bag of kettle chips.
Good.
And I know this big. And you know what I thought? I was in there, and I was thinking, yeah, we'll just take it like a challenge, because what I normally do is get the bag of kettle chips, and I'd hit the whole thing, and it would be gone before I'd even get home. Like I'd open it in the van, and I just eat the whole thing. I'm not an in moderation person. And I said in the supermarket, I said to myself, take it as a challenge then. If you're so good now, if you've got this also so under control, then see if you can make that bag last a week. And in my mind, I was thinking, yeah, it's a good idea. See if you can make it last a week. So I went to go and get it and see if I could make it last a week. And I thought, well, I'll just have a couple of crisps a day or something like that. See if you can make it last a week. What are you talking about?
2 crisps a day.
See if you can make it last a week. What? Come on, just leave it there. So I left it there. I was like, that was good. And also put my hand on some like Reese's peanut, because I love the peanut butter stuff, like Reese's peanut butter or the Snickers, and I said to you, didn't I, when I was in the UK, that I tried the Snickers like peanut butter. It's called like creamy peanut butter or something like that, and it was really disappointing. I wanted some Reese's. I just really fancied some Reese's peanut butter, and I put my hand on it. I had my hand on it. I think I even put it in the basket, and I put it back on the shelf. Yeah. Like, okay, I think I'm cured now. I think I'm done with this. So that was good. But now it feels nice. Now we've probably got some eating disorder or something, probably, haven't we? I guess, talking about it like this. But it feels nice to be able to just put it back. I don't know which is
Yeah,
worse.
you feel like a
You're that
hero. You
bothered
feel like you should have a medal.
I don't know if it's better that you can put it back or you should just take it and eat it, but I don't want it. Because also the thing with the crisps is I noticed that when I eat that crisp, because it's a lot of salt and probably some horrible.
Oh yeah, man. Probably feel hungover.
The next day I feel, I've got a hangover the next day. I was like, do you want that as well? You want that as well? You want to eat those crisps so badly that you want to get up tomorrow and feel like you've got a hangover because you ate a bag of crisps? What's the matter with you? So yeah, put that back.
That's what went through my mind, because I was gonna do the works. It was gonna be Halo Top, mixed nuts and raisins and dark chocolate, and I wouldn't have got home till 9:30, so it would have been like a late night. I can binge like a pig.
Full destruction.
And what triggered it was the Halo Top was full price, and you know me, I'm paying £5 for some fucking milk. So I was like, right, that's out. And then like the dark chocolate, they didn't have the 90%. They only had the 85, and that's got too much sugar. I was like, right, that's out. And then I was just there with a bag of mixed nuts and raisins, like, I ain't eating this. No. But
what, so my monkey?
Yeah, who the fuck do you think I am? Like a goat. And I think about that feeling like in the morning, like, and when I have to like go to the loo and stuff, and you're like full of mixed nuts and raisins, and you just feel pretty grim. Like it's good, like eating it, like yeah, this is nice. And I thought, no, because I'll feel like shit tomorrow. So I'm going to put that back. I'm going to get in, have a good night's sleep. I'll wake up. I'll feel good. I'll squat. So yeah, I was feeling pretty good about myself, albeit I felt like I was missing out. But I went and slept. I woke up at 9 a.m., which is unheard of. I was awake from 6, like forcing myself to go back to sleep. But I woke up with a headache and an earache, and I felt like I was hungover. Like my ears were ringing. I felt like the day after you squat heavy. Like it felt like everything was just fried. So I was like, this is bullshit. I put the fucking nuts back. I put that shit back on the shelf, and I still feel like this.
Still get punished?
It took me two cappuccinos, some paracetamol, and like a liter of water before I even started the day. But then I felt good for squatting and stuff. Yeah.
Crazy stuff, man. And then you got to keep putting it together, haven't you? That's the other thing. I just thought about all the time, like coming up to that, up till now. I just thought about all those times, like when I ate that donut coming back, and we were talking about the donut. So I was like, this donut. And just thought about all those times where I kind of undone that work, and that when you start putting the work together, I just thought about when I'd start putting that work together before.
Yeah,
that it really snowballs, doesn't it? I was like, okay, let's see if we can get a snowball going.
So. It's quite is it narcissistic? What's the thing when you like love yourself?
Yeah,
something like that. But once I've done that, if I have to wake up in the morning and just like have a proper good look in the mirror and go, yeah, that was a good decision. Like I feel good because I look good from not eating that shit.
Yeah, I think as well from just from a health point of view as well. It's good because you think every time you're putting that into your body, it's quite a big stress on your body. Not the nuts and raisins, I don't think, but if you're going to whack a half a litre of ice cream into you, or there was some sort of low sugar ice cream or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah.
Anyway, put that in, or that bag of crisp, man, isn't any good for you, that's for sure. All that it's like fried and all that stuff, and your body's got to process, hasn't it? So instead of dealing with the training load and stress and the good fuel that you've put in, it's now got to deal with all that.
You're trying to do it, trying to do it on luck.
So what's the goal here? Are we trying to make some progress with training? Are we trying to sleep well? Are we trying to feel good? Or do we want that short term? And it's not even that nice, is it? I really like those crisps for some reason, but it's not actually getting me anywhere, is it? To sit and cane a bag of crisps before I get home. Like, what is that about?
That's the other way around, isn't it? People do the training so they can enjoy that stuff and not feel bad or not.
Yeah, that's true. Then you've got to really want to that, haven't you? To imagine the work, that's not my motivating factor for sure. And there's never been that if I train, I can eat those things. But yeah, you're right. Some people do it for
that's
that.
The way around to do it.
I don't think you can undo that, can you? That's quite a famous saying, isn't it? Yeah. It's like you can't outward a bad diet is the new one, because of course you can't outwork a bad diet.
Yeah. So. Cool. Right, dude. I've got to get going. I didn't realise what the time was. It's first day back at school.
Oh man.
For the mini beasts tomorrow.
You need to get the beasts in bed.
They should be in bed. They probably are in bed. Claire's probably taken them up, but I need to do the bedtime
Sweet.
stuff.
That was a good one.
It was a
Enjoyed
good
that.
one. Yeah, plenty more in the tank. Yeah, I didn't even really talk about my training. I'll talk about it next time. But I'm coming into ones week, so some heavy stuff coming up.
Okay, so you're now going to smash my 160 for 6, aren't you? Out of the box. Mine doesn't build like that very quickly. Because like yours are pretty heavy all the time, but mine, my deadlift this week is like 130 for 2 sets of 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
Ramps quite slowly.
I'll get more than one, and that'll make me pleased. That'll please me greatly.
What is it for one? You don't know because you don't look, do you?
No, but it'll be more than 168. So maybe 172, 173, something like that. I think it builds in 5 kilos. Can't remember what I did last time. It's going to be in there. It's going to be in the low to mid 170s.
I think it might be more. Was it like 178 you did?
I did 168 this week, so I don't know.
For the last
I'll figure it out. I'll worry about it. I'll worry about it when I get there. I'll sling it on.
It'll be more than your last one, won't it?
Rip it up. Yeah, rip it up.
Cool. I did.
Cool. All right, mate. Have a good one. Catch you later.